you outshot Caitlyn. It's great. That would have worked. Instead, we are stuck with whatever the hell this is. And
look,
yeah,
I don't want us to go too hard. I think we've made our point about Galio. I think we can move forward and just accept that it's here, because we do have Poss taking this Tryndamere into the Jace matchup. This is a volatile one, super early on.
yes.
Poss has to play the first 5 levels really well, and then it kind of plays itself.
Kind of. Jace is one of the better matchups into Tryndamere because you have the option to just say no. You can just use the hammer, knock him away, and go, no, I'm staying over here. I'm staying well out of range of you. And it kind of works. Going for the Ignite kind of undermines that a little bit. It signifies to me that Penguin is going to be up there in those first 5 levels and camping the hell out of that Tryndamere. But on the other side, I would normally want Fook 1 to do the same and camp, give that Tryndamere that massive advantage to steamroll the Jace. But there's no setup because it's a Graves. It's cool. It's great. It's fantastic. At least he has setup in the mid lane, and that's a flash forced.
Yeah, well done there. Early showing. They even give him a little bit of farm, as they know where their bread is buttered. They're immediately going to walk into the river. They want to make sure this Graves has a very easy early game. Looking down at the bottom side, we have a scrap as Zhuhao has to try and find a way out. Ron OP needs to be careful, as Eddie is threatening.
He is flirting with danger right now.
He really is. I mean, the fact that he has been bold enough to not go Aftershock into this lane is really, it's something.
I feel Aftershock doesn't really help you out too much, because half the issue is it's not so much the all-in. The all-ins are actually okay, but the poke is what actually gets you.
Yeah, it's true.
Now we have to hold out, as there might be a tussle.
I think they're going to call off any play here. I think they were definitely looking for a dive, but with Fook here to cover, it's just going to be a scrap over the Krugs, which goes pretty even in the end. Poss is kept safe. He has both of his summoners.
That's all Fook all the time. Gets the big crab, and Penguin gets only a little of the small one. So should be able to make up for it with this Scuttle Crab take, and overall it looks like it can be a very effective double crab. But yeah, it's not too bad for Fook. It's kind of bad for Poss, as he's just sitting on the tower eating a lot of damage.
Yeah, and they've just immediately come back. So the one shot onto this Tryndamere is still possible. Only level 4, of course, can't save himself from it. The Q is used by Hero. They're going to wait for another spell rotation, but Penguin has now revealed himself. Can Poss find a way out of this one with a teleport? That's good stuff. They just bring the Galio. It gets interrupted, though, and Poss had no idea. Artifact has just bought them first blood.
Absolutely, and that's both summoners blown as well. It looks like it's just going to be Ghost and Teleport, but that's just so much. That is huge for the Jace, and if Jace can explode, get to a lead where he can put enough hurt into the Tryndamere that they can never feel comfortable going on to the all-in, that's what you want to see. Early backing to get a tier and a Dirk on first back, that's just nuts. That's so good for the Jace matchup.
It absolutely is, but look at this. The crows are descending, the doggies are here, the CC is good, and Fook's got a kill.
Fook's got a kill, but can they change it back? Yeah. Not likely. It's Zhuhao just eats a little bit of damage, but this push is not going to stop. They have all the numbers advantage, and this is kind of how they have to make use of the Lucian, because just sitting in lane is not going to go great for them. And it looks, and yeah, he's just not out of vision enough. Artifact reads it, just drops the gravity, and it's just Dunzo. Poor little Poss. He thought help was on the way, but nope.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate communication. It is hard to do. Oh, hello. So we do have Eddie taking a little bit of damage. Should be safe, though. Artemis doing well on this Lucian. But yeah, it's difficult to communication because Yado, I think, knew he was going to get stopped. And he just didn't call it, or the call was missed. Look, these things happen. So let's move on from it, though. Down on this bottom side, despite Ron OP going for a hell of a roam, he actually came in from topside. The bot lane is going well for Cerberus.
Yeah, they managed to catch this pushback. Sort of forces you how to be.
We need to go see this play.
Probably a dead pass again.
Yeah, it depends what level he is. He's only level 5, so no ult, but Galio has arrived. They've turned this one around well. Now Hero's low. How many minions away from 6 is he? It's so important. He's trying to get the double taunt. He can only get 1. If they can get the 1 shot and get level 6 for Poss, it's so big. And I don't think it's going to happen. Never mind. They want to keep this play going. Oh, Posse, baby, you've gone too early. He goes down. Yado now going low. He falls as well to Artifact. Fook should be able to disassemble the robot on the way out, but with 2 stacks of that passive for Victor, it's never, ever worth it.
Yep, 2 for 1 going into the pockets of Artifact. He is very happy with how that played out. A little bit annoyed he's died again, but it doesn't matter. This has worked out kind of okay for Fook, but this Tryndamere has just been put in the absolute dumpster right now. And it's going to be a little bit hard to fish him out. He wanted to try and get that level up off a kill, I can only assume, as Fook 1 finds Penguin, and there's a lot of damage on this Graves. Goodbye, Mr. Xin Zhao.
Yeah, he has been sent to the Shadow Realm. Will not be participating for a little bit, as now the hero has to respect it, but he does. He sits way back. There should be a plate for Poss.
There could be a couple if they want to keep Fook up there as well. But he greeds. He's greeding. He's greeding for the wave.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense with Artifact on the way. You just want to make sure the wave state doesn't change too much. It is 8 minutes, of course. Herald available. Neither bot lane seems interested. How do we think they play this one out, Milky?
Well, I'm not Milky, but
I just saw Milky in the chat, so Marvy, sorry. That's really mean to you. I'm so sorry.
I feel Cerberus is very happy keeping it as it is because they found the pressure down, but now, oh no, Cerberus has overstepped.
Ooh, Artemis, he goes solo. Ron P's in a little bit of trouble as well. Can Juhao find the CC? It should be only moments away. Yep, there it is. This Leona's in trouble. Artemis, no culling to dissuade them, but Ron P's just going to be able to walk out.
He's just tanky at the moment. There's not enough damage coming out of Caitlyn right now to really finish it off. They can't lock him down. And this pressure has been on the bot side for just so long, and starts off. Oh, they actually got a solo kill, a 2v2 down here. We completely missed that with the kerfuffle on the top side.
Yep.
And yeah, okay, look, this matchup should not be going this way, and I feel, but you know, when you manage to walk to the mid lane and pick up some extra gold for yourself, you manage to control the wave as well as you have, plus you're just Artemis, you can win lanes you're not meant to.
Yeah, Artemis magic is very, very powerful. But checking in on how things are going, because Artifact did pick up 2 kills. He obviously has accelerated. Oh no, we have a fight. Never mind. Fook having to get away. Hook lands onto Yado. That's a shocker of a Leona ult, but it will be enough to disengage for Cerberus, but it should give away the Herald.
Yeah, just a little bit too early of a... Just a bit too much of Team Secret getting here first. Why?
They want to fight this. In they go. Galio ult use. Juhao immediately taken down. The Herald is getting low. The Herald is claimed. Just a 1-for-1.
Extremely suspect, and a tower play falls and no gold is given over. I feel that Cerberus could have just committed to the tower, probably picked up 2 plays. Completely negated basically the Herald play.
Oh well.
But they decided to trade 1-for-1 and get nothing instead. They will get a dragon. I take that back. They do get that because of resets coming out of Team Secret. But that's not much considering
it's an 11-minute first drake. Yeah, exactly. Yes. It's not crazy. It's an interesting passage of play, I think, is the way we're going to phrase it. So, Marby, who is actually ahead? Because the gold is dead even. But we have a 3-0 Graves, a 2-0 Lucian, but also a 2-kill Victor.
So I don't know. I think a lot of it does depend on how they want to play this Rift out. I feel they want to continue just pressuring the top side and give Jace the biggest lead that they possibly can. As we see dead artifact.
That's a dead artifact, yep. They just chilled for a little bit in the field after. Good collapse there. Ron OP doesn't want a bot lane. He is not a bot laner today. He has decided that he is the second jungle. Yeah,
and that seems completely reasonable. And if Team Secret are just not forcing the issue with when he's gone, they don't have any control over this bot side. They have not set up any vision for themselves, so they don't feel comfortable walking up and just taking these tower plates, which they really need to do because this Caitlyn is just falling so far behind. And I don't think they have quite the avenues as...
That was really well played.
It's just a really nice... The Zenith Blade comes in and at the right time and ends up following the flash. It's just done. Good boy.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff out of Ron OP. You love to see it.
He is kind of good.
He's pretty good. He's pretty OP, you could say. Ooh, doesn't quite hit that one. Whoa, that looked very strange. Spectator. I don't think Spectator Client handled the Hex/E very well there. Kind of looked like he just walked over the wall. But a kill picked up regardless. And I don't blame them. I'd call a pause there. If that wasn't a Spectator Client thing, and that's what it looked like in game, I am calling for a chrono break.
Yeah, because that was very much looked like Ron OP misses his E and just says, "Well, I'm going over there. I'm walking to you. I'm just climbing over this wall." Yeah, we're actually gonna watch it. So yeah, E happens.
Yeah, he misses. Oh wow!
And then the flash looks janky.
What on earth was that? Sometimes the Spectator Client looks worse. That is a thing. The Spectator Client often makes players look jankier than they are. But if that's what it looked like on the live client, yeah, I'm asking for a chrono break. I said it before, I'll say it again. It does appear that they've said no, because we're back in game.
Yeah,
not a bug, apparently.
It's a feature. They gotta keep Leona in this game for some reason.
Getting dove, the tower extremely low. Penguin wants to finish it off, but hasn't worked out. They're desperately trying to get the tower. They do finally. Poss has already used the Undying Rage, so he's got to try and get out of there. But Hero, be careful, mate, as they do finally get the tower.
The wave saves Poss there from eating an empowered shock blast. That might have been enough for Hero to turn it around. But no, he's just lurking. He's waiting for it, but Ron OP reads it. Goodbye.
Yep, Poss trying to run out of there. Hero turns it around, doing well, goes into range form. He's got to sidestep 1Q. He can't.
Goodbye.
Ron OP is here. Just give the kill to Ron. Good. Don't be silly, Poss. They did it very well. They do pick up the kill on Hero.
And that just means that overall the play is completely traded. They get a tower on the bot side, plus they end up taking 2 kills for themselves. So that's just so much more into the pockets of Cerberus, and this Rift Tower kind of just feels a little flat. It's just kind of unfortunate that it got it down to a sliver of HP, and that was just more damage just chunking into poor Penguin and kind of keeping Hero out of the fight. It felt like he didn't want to go under that tower range while everyone's keeping Penguin in the bounce house.
And once again, they are taking out their aggression on Tryndamere. Yeah, no ult there. Poss is dead.
This feels kind of personal. The rest of the map is losing. Try and kill Artemis, maybe. Fook 1. I seems like a good target to kill.
I've got a brain blast on what the logic is. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear Carrick's brain blast? You can outscale the rest of the map. You can't outscale Tryndamere. So shut the Tryndamere down. Brain blast. Straight into you. It's from me to you. Now you're smarter. Yeah, that's the plan. Just kill Tryndamere a bunch. Bot lane, under attack, Culling ripped out. Hero takes a lot, but so does Artemis. And they will... Okay, Ron OP wants to continue the play. They've got the Galio ult. Hero's ticking down. Food with the collateral damage. All right. 6-0.
The 6-0 Gore Drinker Graves, I don't think you're outscaling very effectively. Yeah, the problem is, sure, you might technically eventually outscale. Are you going to outscale if you don't put any effort into trying to shut down the rest of the map? Because it doesn't feel like that is the case. And this Gore Drinker feels a little bit like a strange decision into such a long-range comp as
Ooh, yep, that's a good pick.
Kind of left to their own devices.
That's potentially a dragon, though neither team really cares about dragon in this game.
It's if it gets to a dragon win condition, this game has probably gone on long enough that compositional advantage starts to matter, and that's not what Cerberus really wants. So that's fine. They're kind of okay giving this one up. It's not ideal, of course. You would have wanted to try and snowball that as best as you could, despite your late start to it. But you should be fine as long as you can keep the pressure on, keep these minions crashing, and keep trying to chip away at these towers. This bot side has kind of completely belonged to you, and now you can probably just flip your Tryndamere into this bot side and keep using your Lucian to just keep breaking these towers.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Obviously, eventually range starts becoming an issue. With Victor, with Caitlyn, they can just sit so far away, but this is something I like to see teams do. Not necessarily from the sense of it's a good play, but it's a good test. You just need to end the game. That's it, Cerberus. You just need to end the game before that's an issue. You have all of the tools to do so. This game shouldn't get to a point where range is the issue. Artifact flashes over the wall. So Marby... Oh, hang on. I'll come back to it after this fight. As Poss is moving forward, has access to the ultimate, of course. They're trying to get the damage down, but Zhuhao will flash away. This bounces off completely. Ron OP taken down. I was about to ask you how Team Secret extend this game, but I think they just answered it.
So yeah, that was a really weird split call from Cerberus. They wanted to engage, but Artemis and Yado just ran straight down the mid lane, trying desperately to get Eddie, whereas Poss was in a fantastic position for a really strong Galio ultimate to just come through and clear it out. They do get the mid lane tower in trade, so that should help their overall pressure, but if they can turn the second Rift Herald into something, Team Secret might still be in it.
They might. They certainly might, Marby. Because the big thing is I was saying it before, we need some... I'll come back to it after this replay when I get my brain together.
Poss is in a great position to just set up and take out 3 people, but Yado just follows Artemis and just runs at Eddie and provides absolutely nothing to this whole fight. If he ults in there, they can potentially turn something around there, pick up a couple of kills with the extra CC, give Poss the time to click. As it is, yeah, they just feed away some kills. It's a nice dash from Artemis to dodge the hook, because that would have definitely spelt death with that shock blast damage alongside it.
Herald summoned up here. This should be Team Secret cracking open the mid lane tower much earlier than they did in the last game. Does give them a much easier time playing out this game as they just continue it down the mid lane.
Fantastic siege. They can't.
Yeah, they're doing
not
it well.
Really much Cerberus can do. They can clear out the wave so the whole thing doesn't fall, but that's still an extra charge down. And as long as Team Secret are willing to post up, if they can branch out a little bit to cover their flanks on vision, they can sort of post up here pretty comfortably. Ultimates have been expended already.
But look at top lane. Poss is having a chop. They've got to go back and deal with this Tryndamere. This is the Tryndamere special. Yado Predators forward just to try and put the fear of God in them. Does it well. Poss is out of there in plenty of time, and that's one way to break a siege.
Yeah, it definitely is. It feels weird because you don't really want to send anyone back into that. Hero is your best bet, of course, but he doesn't have the teleport. Granted, Poss doesn't either. But he is actually such a really nice component to your siege, thanks to giving those shock blasts and that added poke, plus the extra AD damage to help kick down the towers. But yeah, you don't really want to send Artifact either, because he has precisely 0 self-defense tools against Tryndamere.
It's tricky. It is very, very tricky for them to deal with this Tryndamere. It is always hard, the plague of solo queue for so long before the pros realize, wait a minute, silvers are onto something. Tryndamere is pretty strong.
Look, I'm just saying, they reworked one founder 6 times, surely they can have a crack at the other.
Yeah, have another crack at Tryndamere, I think. But 2022 Tryndamere does sound pretty scary. But you know what else is scary? It's this engage from Cerberus as they're moving in onto Penguin. The Crescent Guard will do him well. He moves forward. That's very risky there, mate. Lot of damage. The Gale Force is good enough. Poss has the ult, can just spin out of there. They're going to try and turn it around. They do it well. Fook, incredibly low, should go down to incidental damage. No, he doesn't. He lives. Yardo will not. Surely, can they block the ace in the hole? They can. No, Yard. No, can't down the shock blast. There it is. Finally, Fook will fall. Oh, my word. That was some Secret Service level protection.
That was insane. And now it's a Baron. There's not really much Cerberus can do. They've blown their engage. They've blown their poke. They've blown their Tryndamere's ability to just waltz into the pit and kill you. So we're not going to see any great big shenanigans. It's just a comfortable Team Secret grabbing Baron. They're going to trade it for a dragon, but they are more than happy with that. And now their siege comp that we said earlier, it's pretty strong. They can just take it to a whole new level as Cerberus can't wave clear it.
No, they cannot. Or perhaps they will. Let's have a look at this replay. It starts with Cerberus on the offense.
It starts very good for Team Secret because they dump it all into Penguin. Going back in was a mistake, especially as it timed out poorly with your Crescent Guard. But look at how much just incidental CC, that small catch onto Fook 1, sets the whole thing up, and it looks really good because this back for the Justice Punch blocks the ace in the hole. But yeah, no, the Shock Blast comes through and does the work for Eddie, saves the whole play, and converts that very comfortably into a big purple worm.
Yeah, I feel like the call there had to be, like, get over the save your friend syndrome. Yardo jumping forward, I think, was the mistake. Just let Fook die. Then it's just jungler for jungler. But anyway, the siege has broken the tower. They pick up one. The culling does a lot of damage, but it's not lethal, Marby. Team Secret are able to continue to stride forward.
Yeah, it's only really on to Zhuhao as well. He's hanging around. Shield will eat a chunk of that collateral damage, but they've managed to break open most of the towers outside the base. They just need to try and find a good setup around these inhibitor towers, try and crack open the space, try and give them that big point of pressure that they can constantly leverage into more and more objectives, into dragons of their own, into another purple worm. As it is, Poss is currently an objective. He's dead.
Poss is dead.
He didn't even get a chance to ult.
Yeah, I mean, interesting not to just press it. It would almost be back up by the time you respawn, so hardly a waste. I'm not 100% sure what he was thinking there, but this has not been the greatest Tryndamere outing, for sure. This is Fook kind of getting hard jailed here, and you know that hurt me to say.
He's got a lot of kills, but unfortunately, look at this comp. They have a collective range of 500 units.
Yeah,
that's entirely on the Lucian. It's not going to do very well against so much range. It's going to take something like Zhuhao anchoring a wall to bring it back. And here's the attempt. They saw the blunder. They're trying to make it stick. It's not.
But I don't think they can. They're too quick.
Sticking.
This is really good. So far for Team Secret, they've bounced this early game back. They are well and truly ahead. The Dragons are the only situation that they're in any sort of danger for, but it's no deal. It's no big deal. This is getting exciting. I'm sniffing a game 3. Our analysts said that we were going, and I think they might be right.
This is good news for SBTC because they want Cerberus to finish lower. Cerberus they can catch. They are 1-1. They are 0-2 to Secret. If SBTC can tie Cerberus in game score, that in match score, then it goes to game score, then it goes to whatever. But if they match Team Secret, they're already out. So this, SBTC, big Secret fans today, they are loving this game too.
Absolutely. Clockwork, if you're out there, buddy, get the dum-dum hat back. You still need it. As Team Secret, after a game 1 that went to the wire, are looking great here in the second. But Cerberus is not out by any means. Pass again, gets poked. I'm maintaining that the Carrick's Brain Blast is correct. They're just focusing the Tryndamere because they know it's the only thing they can't outscale.
It's the only thing they can't outscale, and I gotta say, Fook has not done himself any favors with this Gore Drinker, in my opinion. You're not going to be able quite as much.
Going in onto Artemis. They need one more tick of damage. There it is. And with the Lucian down, a Dragon 5 seconds away. This should be Team Secret bringing themselves to parity on that front.
Yeah, unless Cerberus are able to do something a little bit cheeky, but they're not at all. They're in completely the wrong position. That Scry Award completely revealed their Death Brush attempt, and it's just an even 2-for-2 Dragon game. This is going to be a long one. I can feel it.
This is a good series, Marby. God, I wonder, maybe I should schedule myself for second casts more often. It's a lot of fun when you just do the good series. Love you, Milky. But this is a really good demonstration of composition. I said that game 1 was not influenced that heavily by draft. It was more about play. But as we watch this solo kill come in, we can definitely see that this is draft. Because Marby, how do you even play with this range deficit?
He can't. He wants to touch the tower. He has to get up and give it a real good look, get real close, see all the lovely details until you get a big laser in your face, and that ruins everything. 'Cause again, there's no range. Absolutely none.
None.
Fook, again. And the thing is, it's not just you have no range. You are playing into pretty much maximum range. A Caitlyn, a Jace, a Victor. This Gore Drinker, once again, is going to provide nothing because you can't get on top of enough characters to make that big heal worth it. It's just not going to happen for you. And it's all just Cerberus just kind of, they're waiting for a big moment that just swings the whole thing around. We've seen ridiculous things happen before. We've seen 1v4 Baron preventions from a Tryndamere in the LCO. Pasta's looking to make the same thing happen here.
And anything's possible when he's on Tryndamere. This champion can do practically illegal things, but Team Secret have started the battle with Baron. They pull off it as soon as Cerberus sticks their heads over. It was very much a bait, but Cerberus don't bite.
Yeah, they don't actually want to really risk that steal opportunity. That's a big chance for Fugwan to get back in, because that actually lets them activate something resembling a siege potential. But Cerberus, they can't let this fall over either, so they have to lurk, they have to ponder.
Fook.
And that's a great hook.
It is, but Fook is able to make up a lot of distance. Ron OP is now the focus, but of course very tanky. Artemis taken down low. Can't really re-enter this fight, but they have picked up the first kill. Poss is in the ultimate. He's trying to chop. He gets one. Can he find anything more? No. Tryndamere has been found, has been taken out. They stop the Baron, but Team Secret still have the health bars.
Team Secret could have done so much more if Hero had decided to hit any other targets except the minions. He was furious that that wave dared to exist instead of trying to rain a shock blast down or try to help out at all. As it is, it's just a 2-for-1. It's really just not a... It's a win for Cerberus in that fight. And now it's just going to be stalled out for probably the next dragon, it feels like. Because here, it starts off okay. Artemis has an okay flank, but once he leaves, Hero... He doesn't, like, try and enter and try and throw more damage into the fight. He just starts A-clicking.
It's true. He does land one big shock blast, but Cerberus were able to part the seas fairly well. So we remain fairly close, but the issue here is, okay, Cerberus, you bought some time, but I don't think things get better for you. You need to find a decisive fight and try and end this game. If Victor gets up to full build, if Caitlyn gets up to full build, you just don't win.
Yeah, they have to play extremely smart. They have to look for a great pass flank. They have to look for something like this.
Yeah, here's a huge catch. They do take it down, but it's traded back onto the Leona and onto Fook, who is desperately running away. Does manage to do it, preserves his Guardian Angel.
But the pressure down mid means they can't convert. They can't convert onto a Baron or anything. They have to respond to this mid lane push. Fook's trying to try and stop it back. He's not going to actually succeed at all. But that's an inhibitor. Cerberus
need to get out. Run. Zhu Hao is going to try and stop them. Artemis, do not get baited. You don't do that much damage, my boy. As he'll have a blast cone to make some distance. Cerberus have done well. They need to keep on going, though. They need to find a way out. Poss does not have access to his spin to get over the Dragon Wall. Yardo slowed up. Penguin, that's very far forward. They need to try and one-shot him, but no, they just keep on running. Poss does have his ult. He could try and turn something around. There's a knock-up, Artemis, but he's zoned out by Artifact. The Victor goes over. That's one shot onto the Lucian. Lovely stuff. Team Secret now. Control over the Drake Pit. Cerberus, you need to back this one off. And they do.
Yeah, they're just going to have to give this one up. Artemis got a little bit hyphy. He could feel it in his bones, but if he waited a little bit longer, if Cerberus had held it out, maybe he could have gotten a great ultimate into the backline. As it is, he just eats a Q to the face from Artifact, and it detonates him instantly, and this sets up a dragon. This sets up a very easy rotation onto the Baron, and once again, they are saying, Cerberus, you have to walk into us with your no-range composition.
The Baron is started. Fook is around. A steal is possible, but look at these traps littering the back of the pit. In he goes, but no. Penguin once again has the safe hands. They'll trade it for a kill. Into the Guardian Angel does go Fook. He can try and get back over the wall with the quick draw, but no, says Artifact. Baron now secured for Team Secret, and I don't know how you fend off Baron minions. Surely the death march has begun.
Surely, you'd have to think so. They just need to set up strong around these towers, break them down, make sure there's no angle for Ron OP to deliver Yardo and into the backline, for Poss to deliver Yardo into the backline. It's a great sacrifice from Zhu Hao, just making sure that the rest of the team can't get into the pit and try and catch Team Secret in there. And that's a Baron buff for sure. They look like they want to just steamroll it up mid.
There's pings on mid.
Super wave.
Pings on mid. Artifact is resetting, but has the teleport. Splitting. No, never mind. Yeah, I mean, Artemis is splitting. I don't think you win here. I've made that call before, but this is an inhib. They surrender that. They know they can't defend it.
Yeah,
but now, how do you survive another minute?
And that's the base cracked. Unfortunately for Team Secret, the waves are in pretty rough positions. but artifacts are already set up and escorting one to the bot. They just need to control this jungle. They just need to stop Cerberus from pushing out. Maybe set this trap. Maybe make something happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to. Yeah, it's a good ward from Yado, but it's just the waiting game, waiting for the wave.
That it is. Yado lurking in a brush, but just backs it off. Doesn't have backup. As Cerberus are just continuing to try and survive. But Team Secret are making that very difficult as they've done an extremely clinical play. They pushed in mid, they rotated calmly down to bot, and Cerberus, you need to find a fight. You can't play this slow. Penguin might have just given it to them, but with the Crescent Guard, he finds some space. Artemis, he went for the flank, but he doesn't get anything done. Yado trying to protect him, but there's the damage from that depth charge doing enough. Cerberus, this is your last chance. Poss, what can you do on this Tryndamere? He's going low. He's got one. There it is. He continues to cut them down. He doesn't have the ultimate anymore. He's running away. He gets a little heal. Cerberus hold for now. But they've got some real work to do because Team Secret doesn't let this game hit 40.
The range is alive.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Poss doesn't have ult. He can't go in. Look at the damage. Hero forces him out, takes down the Tryndamere. Yado with the big flank, but the Nexus is already under siege. They have to do this now.
One shot.
And that is Illusion deleted from the game. There it is. Team Secret pick up the second. We have a